Hey tankers, welcome back to the channel. Today I've got something special for you. We're going to do a tank review on the ShTPK TVP 100. People are calling it the Shrek tank. I don't think it doesn't even have a legendary camo right now, so we can't even call it by that. So I will probably just refer to it as the Shrek, this video. And hopefully it gets a better name than that when they do a legendary camo. Anyways, guys, yeah, this tank's been out for about a week now. It came out last weekend. I did get it Saturday morning. I didn't try Friday, really, but I did get it Saturday morning, and I've been playing a little bit since then, and finally decided I really am enjoying this tank, and I thought I would do a review on it. So, just a little background on on what I know so far, my experience with the tank. It's got no armor. It's very low armor. It's I've heard that other YouTubers, I'm going to be truthful, I've not watched other YouTubers' videos on it so far. I probably should have, but my understanding is Meadsy and what's his name? Dang it. That's Droodles. There you go, Droodles. Meadsy and Droodles both liked the tank and said it was better than both the Scorpion and the Scarface. I don't know if that's what they said, but that was what I was told they said, so I'm just going to say that's hearsay, but I don't know that it's better than them. I haven't had it. I've had it for a week and been playing it, and I got one ace in it today. That's why I'm doing this video. I'm going to say it's very comparable to them in many ways, and we will do a comparison on Blitz Stars, and I'll show you some of the stuff. But I'm not going to say that it's better than them at this point. I don't know. I mean, down the line, when I get more games and more used to it, then maybe I can compare. But I like both those tanks. They're both a lot of fun tanks, and they both have different aspects of things that make them solid tanks. This tank, with its armor profile and flat sides, it has no trollish bounces. You're not going to get trollish bounces very often in this tank like you would the SU-130 PM Scarface. I'm going to guess you're going to get less of those trollish bounces than even the Scorpion, which doesn't get really any trollish bounces either. But what it has is a laser beam for a gun. For the graphics of this tank, they might as well have just made it a laser beam instead of like a shell, because this gun is amazing. You'll watch in this game where I'm just showing this game as background so I can talk. You'll see in this game and in other games between Denny and myself that I put up here at the end of the video, how this gun performs. It just, you point, click, and it hits and pins. Difference in the two guns, or the between Denny and I, really, is I've noticed he is using the calibrated shells, and I'm not. I'm using the rammer. This tank has an unbelievable amount of penetration. I'm gonna switch, I think, this afternoon when I play and try it with the calibrated shells. But the pen already is like 246 millimeters of armor for calibrated shells. That's ridiculous at T8. I mean, that's ridiculous. I don't feel it needs it, but I'm gonna try it because I want to, just see if it makes a difference. Tanks like the Tiger 2 that I'm shooting right now, frontally when he comes at me, he's going to be really tough, and I'll show you in on Armor Inspector what I'm talking about. It's a really tough shot. If he's level straight on with you and you don't have angles or anything, he's a tough penetration. I mean, truthfully, Tiger 2s are tough penetration for anybody these days. They're armored as, they're crazy armored and they're great in the game. But we'll get into that when the armor inspector pops up. My feel for the tank is playability. What I do is I like to stick with the bulk of the team. This is a tank that very much you need to have somebody in front of you on your team. You need to have them spotting for you. You need to have them using their armor to keep you in the game, because you're going to take like 2 or 3 hits and you're done. You know, and if somebody uses HE and it's a bigger alpha gun, it's going to take less than that. I mean, I'm down on hit points here, and you're going to see me die in a minute. But this is a fun tank. It's got a great gun and not much else. It's not going to bounce shots. It's, you know, you want to keep somebody in front of you. Look, I bounced that shot right on his gun mantlet. That kills me right there. It kills me. I should have kept backing up there, but yeah, I thought I could pull forward and get him out of my view range, but didn't happen. Yeah, you need to have people in front of you. That's going to help you best, to have people in front of you so that they're spotting and their view range is extending yours. Because let me tell you, the view range on this thing, on the Shrek, is nothing to write home about. It's under 250 millimeters without the optics, and with optics, it's only like, I'll look at it on, it's like 260 or something like that, but it's miserable. It's miserable. I've noticed tanks coming into the game right now from Wargaming, and I'm talking mainly about the Shrek, and then I'm talking about the BZ line that came in. They all have miserable spotting ranges. They're awful. I know that heavies don't typically have a decent spotting range, but I mean, seriously, it's seriously bad on a BZ line. And for that reason, on the Shrek, I went with the camo net instead. Give me a little more camo rating, and I went with that, and that I like it, how it's working. It's I'm hosed if I'm the last person on the team, and I've got 1 or 2 people I've got to spot. I'm screwed, because they're going to see me before I see them. But that's the name of the game, guys. So here we're going to finish this game off. This guy's going to get lucky and not do much of anything, but he does cap and give us 3 bases, and we're going to get a win. And then we will get into some other stuff here. But I do like the tank. It's a lot of fun. It's based on the TVP hull. It's not as fast as you'd think it was. They say it's got a top 50 kilometers per hour. I don't feel like it is. Yes, you can hit 50 kilometers an hour, but it's with the wind at your back going downhill. I mean, it's not. It doesn't feel quick at all. Here's Blitz Stars real quick. So Blitz Stars doesn't have this tank updated. They have it in there, but you can see that on these stats, DPM, penetration alpha, rate of fire, it's in there with the other tanks, but it's not leading anything. It's not leading anything. It's just it's there. It's competing, but and of course I'm comparing this to the SU 130PM and a Scorpion G. Again, it's right there, but it's just not doing what it needs to. We'll move into Armor Inspector here, and I'm showing you the profile of the tank. We're going to flip the tank around here. It only has 6 degrees of gun depression, and that hurts. You want to be using angles to slope your armor and increase your armor thickness, so you hopefully can try and get a bounce. And you can't do that with this tank. With only 6 degrees, it's miserable. It's miserable. The gun's a beast, but looking, and you can see right here, I'm using right now the Scorpion G to do the shooting at it, so you can see where it's popping in there, and literally everything pens. Literally everything pens. No matter where you're looking, everything pens. There's no bouncing on this. It's everything pens. You want to throw a rock, it's going to go straight through and hit somebody in the inside. It's bad. The armor is awful. It's just what it is. Weird. Here I'm going to switch in and put a Tiger tank in. I'm using a Tiger tank to shoot at this thing. I mean, Tiger tank it's ridiculous. Again, everything pins. Unfortunately for us, because it's a brand new tank, the Armor Inspector doesn't have the modules and stuff installed yet. Because this is a made-up tank, they may not be able to get them in. I don't know, but I hope they do, because I'd like to take a look at it. But regardless, like I said, this pins everything. Everything pins this thing. So we're going to flip here, and in just a second, I'm going to flip. I'm going to throw the I think we're going to throw the Tiger 2 in here, and no, I'm going to throw the Scarface in first, I think. No, what am I doing here? Yeah, here we go. There's Here's the not Scarface, the Scorpion. So I threw the Scorpion in here, so you can see the gun here on the Shrek. It's equally pinning everything on the Scorpion. It's going to go through everything. The gun is, like I said, this gun's a laser beam. It's got plenty of penetration. It is lower alpha, but it's got a great reload. Like right now, my reload is 6.2 seconds. That's crazy. It's crazy, and alpha is, you're going to be hitting realistically low 300s, like 320s, somewhere in that area. Sometimes higher, as high as 388. Here I've switched to the Tiger tank, Tiger 2, and you're seeing I'm having a lot less success penning everything. You can get through that matlet, which functionally, if that's the only thing you can get through, then that's what you're going to be aiming at. But as soon as he turns that turret a little bit, you're going to go through. As soon as you catch him on the side, you're going to go straight through. The back, the same. You're going to go through the back anywhere. Penetration-wise, once you get somebody angling on you, you're going to go through them. Your penetration's pretty damn good with this gun. Frontally, though, you're going to want to switch over to the heat round, and that'll help. So here we are. We're going to look at the tank. I'm going to look and show you how I have it set up. Just showing you the profile. I'm going to show you here right now. This is one of the best designed tanks by Wargaming that I've seen. Watch this right here. So look in the back end here. I wish I could show you like a laser pointer, but look in the crew compartment. Now look at all those gold tips. Those are shells. Those are shells. That's a shell rack. And look at the graphics and the design of the crew compartment. I mean, you could picture somebody sitting there loading shells and a crew in there. You can even look, if you look down, there's even the driver's seat is right there, down below the gun. This is a phenomenal design on this tank model, guys. Phenomenal. This is absolutely the best looking tank in the game as far as I'm concerned with what they've done. I'm not a huge fan of the open turret, but it is what it is. So here we go. We're going to my setups here. I am using the engine power boost. Gives me the widest range, the multi-purpose kit, and adrenaline. Those are my go-tos for most tanks, unless I can't use it. It's just a good standard setup that I like. You can see I have double rations set up. I've got the top rations, and you have to for all the bonuses it gives you. You really do. The next slot, I'm using the Spall Let's be honest. If you're driving a TD and you got a Spall liner available, you better be using it. Again, on the bottom, on the last slot, I'm using the fried cheese, the double rations here. I want all my stats maxed on this. I got protective kit, and usually I'm putting that on tanks. I'm sacrificing that for the Spall liner because truth is, there's no armor on this to protect. The shells here, so I've got it spaced out fairly evenly. I've got 10 rounds of HE, 15 rounds of heat, and 35 rounds of APCR. I probably could lower the HE rounds from 10 to about 8 or 7 because they just, it's not enough penetration and enough damage to make them worth having that many of them. And I could probably use more of the premium rounds. So here at the top row, I'm using gun rammer. Again, we talked about that a few minutes ago. I don't feel I need calibrated shells, but you can see I jump up to 258 penetration with the APCR on that. I might be changing that this afternoon and give it a different shot. I'm using defense system because this tank does need all the help it can get. I got the spall liner going. I don't want ammo rack and fires and stuff like that. I hate that. You can see here's the difference between the improved optics and the camo net, and I'm sticking with camo net. The view range it sucks. Going down the middle row, I've got the enhanced gun laying drive. The other one, come on, I know I switch over to it. Enhanced gun laying drive helps. Supercharger would help those APCR rounds. I'm probably going to switch that too. And go with that. I've got improved assembly. I want that extra hit points. 72 points. You can 72 hit points can get you a long way. So I'm using instant accelerator. Again, I like the multiple stats that it's boosting. Switching over the other one, it wouldn't be enough to help me, and I think the gun turret and everything moves around pretty good. I'm using vertical stabilizer. I don't believe I would be changing this for the supercharged or for the other one. And of course, I always run toolbox, and I always run consumable delivery system to help with the repairs, and then with get my consumables back as quick as possible. It just makes the most sense to me. It really helps out with running the tank, in my opinion. So moving on, we're gonna keep looking at here, and what am I going on to next? Armor profile and guns and all that stuff. So accuracy is I'm going through it too quick. You can see 246 pen right now, 311 with the heat, and 85 with the high explosive, or 65. I can't see if that's 8 or 6. Damage, like I said, it's a low alpha gun, but with that reload time, you can really pound out the damage, and it makes for a nice performing gun. I don't think it's competitive, like I wouldn't use it in a tier 8 tournament, but certainly in pub matches and having fun with it, I'm really enjoying it. Excuse me, I gotta get a drink. Here I'm switching over to everything else here, so you can see 65 millimeters of armor on the turret from the front, 75 on the hull. The sides is on the turret is 40 and 60 in the hull, and the rear is 30 and 30. Like I said, they didn't waste any metal on this tank. I'm telling you, it's like aluminum foil. View range is, like I said, it's low. It's not worth doing anything. Concealment ratings, I don't know if those are good or bad, but I'm gonna hope that they're on the better side. Damage per minute, we're at 2,995. That will drop when I change over from rammer to calibrated shells to give it a try. But I'm going to give it a try. I want to see. Reload time, 6.23 seconds. APCR, 246. I went through that earlier. Here you're seeing I got 20 degrees up and 6 degrees down. Top speed of 50 kilometers per hour. Reverse of 20. That reverse might come in handy to get you out of some situations. Power to rate ratio seemed pretty decent, but I'm going to tell you, this feels like a dog when you're driving it. So let's get into our first game review. This is Denny Pritchard. He is here on Alpenstadt. So he is going to come up here to... Denny is, he's one of the best. I'm going to say he's the best TD driver I've seen. I love playing TDs with him. It's always a lot of fun, and I was happy when he got this tank. I told him about it when it came out, and and he didn't know it had come out, and so I wanted to get it mostly because I'm not gonna lie, I wanted to get it because I wanted to drive it and I wanted to see what he does, and I'm happy to see that him and I are doing a lot of the same things. So you see how quick the gun sight's moving around, the turret's moving around almost that quick. Hard to see because he's zoomed in, but you watch him here, and I told you that this thing could, you know, he aims in, fires, and that it hit where he aimed, but it didn't pin. So, and he does have calibrated shells on. But even with, like, you can see his reload is like 6.8 seconds. So I'm only giving up like 600th of a second for the reload. I don't think that's a sacrifice for that extra pin. I'm gonna give it a shot, like I said. So he gets spotted here. He's got somebody here. He's able to turn around and help his guy. He bounces a shot there, but already he's reloaded and waiting for the guy to pull out. He gets killed. So instead he's gonna turn around and look for this other target. We're looking for this median pull out. He killed one of his teammates. There's that TD from earlier, the AT-15, I think it was. He is just taking advantage of targets, and you know, he's being very patient, waiting for people to get out there and get in the way of the gun. Here we go. I knew somebody was coming. Bounces a shot there, so I mean, he's getting some trollish bounces there, but he's going to get plenty more opportunities here. He hits, the guy gets hit, him and somebody else. This Centurion keeps coming at him. He's going to drive past. The guy can't turn his gun around in time. And Denny's gun, you see how quick that turret moved? It does move fairly quick. It's a nice rotation on that turret. Get that gun on point. And again, you know, this 6 degrees of gun depression comes into play. You know, this is a great hold down spot for hold down TDs and tanks and mediums, but you can't get away with it because 6 degrees doesn't get you that. Here he puts a nice shot into that IS. The IS bounces a shot in the dirt. Again, he reloads, gets the second kill of the game. Nope, that's his third kill, sorry. But again, he's already reloaded. He's moving around, he's chasing this guy down. I think we're gonna hit points here in a second. Gets that gun down, gets a bounce. Somebody else gets a kill, but they hit points, and no, they didn't, but regardless, that was a really good game, Denny. Thanks for sending that in so I could use it for this review. Denny finished with 3,065 damage, 3 kills, ace mastery, 184,000 credits made in game. So it's not a bad money maker as far as that goes. Of course, he's top of the team. Really nice game, Denny. That'll bring us to our next game, and that is myself. This time, same tank. This time I'm on Faust, and this is a game from this morning. So you see I'm kind of backing up. I'm watching to see most everybody's going a route on Faust these days. These guys went this way, so I was going to follow along, and I'm just going to go and do what they're doing. So I'm waiting for somebody to spot up, and we're just going to wait and see. Like I said, you know, this is a matter of patience. This tank does not have the armor you need to not have patience. You have to take your time. I'm waiting. I don't have that guy. There's a TD there. Wait for him to back up. And look, there's a Scorpion. There you go, buddy. Hold that for me. And so that shows you I switched targets and fired, and really that's a snapshot. And that laser beam gun zooms right in and puts that shell right where you want it to be. This gun, I think I'm damn near in love with this gun. I mean, the gun is super accurate. You're able to snap shots in. the turret rotation and the gun moves at a good rate of speed to get you where you needs to be. Here I go. Look at this. That's the that's the SMV. That sucker is hell to penetrate from front. Look at this. Boom. 2 shots right through the front. Now I take a hit and return, but I know his reload's longer than mine. I'm gonna come out again and there's the kill. There's my first kill, and that was penning the SMV frontally. So here I'm going to use this hill to gain some speed. I'm going to go around and try and get around this Saint whatever. He doesn't even look at me. I get a shot in, but he gets smacked and he goes down. Here we have only a couple of 3 tanks left on team, 4 on ours, and this ML1, he's just looking the wrong way, and he took a heavy hit from me. I know he's got 3 shells with my name on him, so I got to be careful. But like, even though it's red, I get a shot down lower on the upper plate. It was still upper plate. He's down 1 shot left, and he gets taken out. 2 tanks left on the other team. They've owned all the bases, and this is the point where I'm looking at and going, oh crap, they own all the bases. We need to get bases. Excuse me. I was on the phone with my brother at the time, and I'm like, I'm playing as we're talking. I'm like, oh shit, I gotta get bases. And it's like, they own all the bases, and I was able to help there, get in there, get some points for that base. There I put a nice shot in that Panther. He's hosed. The reload at 6.2 seconds, he wasn't getting away. He didn't have enough space or enough speed or enough anything to get out of my view range in 6.2 seconds from the last time I hit him. So we got it down to 3 on 1. Unfortunately, that guy is a little medium tank. He's quick. He's hard to catch. I'm gonna have to, you know, I'm trying to get. I want people to get bases. I'm trying to guess where he's going. I thought he was going to go out that way. He turns around, comes back. I get spotted at this point. I'm just trying to guess where he goes, and that's what we're going to do. There I'm passing the most useless tank in the game. That guy did nothing. That Pershing, he's got all his hit points. He could have driven out and capped A and taken A away from him. He could have went and got D. He could have did something, but he was completely lost the whole game. So here, that TVP, I mean, I can't compete with him alpha-wise, but I'm out-reloading the hell out of him, and I get the final kill, my 3rd kill of the game, and obviously that's an ace. That was a really fun game. I finished with 3,151 damage in game, 3 kills, ace mastery, 184,000 credits made in game. Hey guys, thanks for watching. I really appreciate you guys tuning in. All in all, I give this tank a thumbs up. I'm not going to encourage you to go out and gamble and get crates and stuff, but if you happen to do it and you got this tank and you like TDs, I think you'd probably be fairly happy with this tank. But like I said, it's low armor, and you're playing this tank for the gun. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Until Sunday, good luck and good hunting. We'll be back Super Bowl Sunday with a Sunday best. We'll see you then. Bye.